Pacquiao Mayweather.
Pacquiao? You mean Mayweather Pacquiao? You know, it's contractually obligated to be there. Money team, man. Money team.
One thing we have to keep in mind is that, and we talked about it on the show,
but at the same time, it comes from two different points.
Then all of a sudden, you want to say, oh, well, you know.
I think for me, I don't know if I can speak for everybody else.
This is DeadEndSports.
What's up, DeadEndSports? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather post-fight reaction. We here at B's crib. Just finished watching the fight, so-called fight of the century. What y'all think, man?
It's a typical Mayweather fight. It's what I really expected. Mayweather, he will stifle you. He will stymie your attack because of how great he is defensively, and you can't hit him. That's what I've been saying. You can't win against Mayweather because you're not going to win enough rounds, so you got to knock him out. And Pacquiao, to me, in the first round, he was already on plan B and C. So I already knew after the first round this was not going to do anything, because that first round is going to tell you a lot, especially against against Mayweather, how that fight's going to play out. And this played right into what Mayweather does. He controlled the whole fight. It was just another Mayweather fight. I'm happy that it's finally over. All of you Mayweather haters can just shut it now. Like, he beat Pacquiao. What else do you want him to do? Bring on the next one, man. Mayweather's gonna be undefeated. Just know that. Your boy FIFO told you. Nobody's gonna beat him.
Man, the only person said he thought Pacquiao won the fight.
Yeah, so did Skip Bayless.
Well, you know. Skip Bayless called it.
I expected from Skip, but not Holyfield.
Yeah, not for Holyfield, not for someone who's in the fighting, who actually was in a fighting game that was a professional fighter. But like, I think, yeah, it was like people said, another day in office for Floyd. I knew he was gonna win this fight. When people were saying, "Oh, Manny gonna knock him out," I was just like it was like a little smirk. Like, really, you really think Manny is gonna knock this dude out? Manny looked so average. I was actually surprised how Manny was not throwing. Wasn't the usual Manny Pacquiao that we've always been accustomed to seeing. It was like, he couldn't get in. Every time we tried to get in, Floyd Mayweather time was bop, 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 bop. And then just like the 11th round, me and Rod thought he was about to try to go for the knockout, because he started hitting Pacquiao with uppercuts. I'm like, he didn't throw an uppercut not one time the whole fight. He started catching him with uppercuts, constant left hooks. Them left hook he kept tying him with. I was like, man, boy, this is just easy money for Floyd Mayweather, man. I knew he was gonna win this fight. Typical. Another day in the office. He put on a suit, went in 8 o'clock, clocked out at 5 o'clock. It was just another day in the office for Floyd, man, in the ring. So I already knew.
You think he's gonna stay undefeated? You think there's anybody out there that can beat him?
Well, he only has like one more fight.
I know technically he has one more fight. Me personally, when Mayweather was asking what was important to him, what does he fight for? Says he fights for his family, he fights for money, he fights for legacy, he fights for being one of the best. I can't see him leaving his record at 49-0. Just based off of those answers, I think he's probably gonna go 50. Who it's gonna be, I don't know, but I don't think that there's no caliber fighter that can beat him.
At this point, it's really nothing else.
He's beating old guys, young guys. It don't matter.
and he's fought
still
everybody
quicker.
of course, that's relevant. You have to give him his credit, because he fought everybody that you put in front of him. I thought it was a decent fight. Not the fight of the century.
Right. I was gonna say it too.
It wasn't the fight of the century. I thought it was a decent fight. I thought, like you said, Pacquiao was on the defense after the first round. You could tell, to Floyd's credit, I don't think that Pacquiao understood how fast he was until he got in there. Like it's like the old Tyson saying, nobody has a plan until they get hit. Yeah. And it's the same with Pacquiao. Like, he didn't realize how fast Floyd was, and that reach was really keeping him at bay. Mm-hmm. And then when we finally saw the round where he rocked Floyd came back and won like the next 2 or 3 rounds. So it was a decent fight. A lot of people are disappointed as far as like what they thought they would see. But I mean, you got the typical Mayweather fight. So at the end of the day, it was okay. I mean, it's boxing. And to his credit, like him or hate him, he's a showman. He had everybody buying. He had people buying this ticket because they wanted to. This was the one guy that could probably knock him out, and we knew he wasn't gonna knock him out.
No,
he didn't have knockout power. So and you can't hit what you can't see, and he couldn't hit him. That's the bottom line. He didn't. You said he didn't throw enough. He didn't throw enough punches because he couldn't hit him.
Couldn't hit him. Yeah.
Couldn't hit. I mean, he had his back on the rope.
But it was times
most of the fight.
Yeah, but it was times where you think Pacquiao was about to unload, and it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, think about it. When you go through round after round, and at times Pacquiao did throw some flurries, not landing nothing.
Right.
Yeah. He's hitting arms, gloves, and air.
Yeah, but in a fight like this, even though if you're not landing, they're gonna count.
Of course, they're gonna count the aggression.
Yeah.
They're gonna count the aggression. I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just talking about from that person, from Pacquiao's standpoint.
Right.
It's like, bruh, like what else? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So now you start to think and second guessing and plan B and plan C. You're out of rhythm.
Yeah.
That's what Mayweather does.
Mayweather encountered you about
I
5,
done
6
read
times.
you.
Yeah.
I know your movements. I know where you're going with your head. I'ma clock you. I'ma throw this little back.
Right.
Shut up. Done.
Right.
Give me the round.
That's exactly what he did. And you know what's even weirder is that Floyd said he doesn't watch any tape of Pacquiao. That's crazy to me.
He don't watch no
tape.
tape.
Don't watch no tape
Yeah,
whatsoever.
He adjusts as the fight goes on. He just adjusts round by round.
And that's why that third round, that first quarter,
Right.
is important
That's exactly
for
right.
the opponent. And that first quarter, if you can't score or let Mayweather know that this is not just gonna be your tempo, you're not gonna control this. That's important. And I have not seen in the last 5, 6, 7 fights a guy that was able to do that.
Didn't it seem like Floyd came out a little bit more aggressive than he normally does in this fight? Do you think that threw Pacquiao off a little bit?
Probably. But probably because that's not typical Floyd. Floyd is more like a read and react. And then the fact that he was a little bit more aggressive, I think that
He
actually
was
helped
aggressive
him.
a little bit. I thought he was more aggressive in that 11th round when he started catching him
Well,
with
he
the
knew
right
he
and the
had-
uppercut.
it was-
Yeah.
Well, he knew the fight was over.
Right,
He was
right.
going for the knockout.
Yeah. I was like, yo, he was aggressive. I'm thinking like, okay, Floyd should have kept that up like majority of the fight because I think he could have caught Manny Pacquiao a lot more times than what we actually saw. I'm like, okay.
So you feel like he was playing a little safe?
I think he was playing a little safe. I think, like, especially in the middle round, because I'm like, all
What
right,
did
Floyd
Mayweather
could've-
say? What was
Floyd
his main focus? I want to win this fight.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He came out with a game plan like he always does. I'm going to hit you more than you hit me.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to win these rounds. And that's it. That, you know, he's not going to knock you out.
Yeah.
He's not going to really stumble you.
Yeah.
He's going to hit you.
He's not gonna stand and just go toe to toe
He's not
like
gonna do that.
like you see most boxers do. You know, he's
Yeah.
gonna hit you with a flurry and then he's gonna move.
Yeah, and I think the reach played a factor tonight. I know, Pacquiao said he's fought bigger guys, but I think the technique that Floyd has,
It's different.
along with the reach, made it a different situation for Manny Pacquiao, and the speed. Yeah, yeah.
I think that was the most apparent thing in that first round, the first couple punches, when Mayweather was a little bit more aggressive, but then you saw Pacquiao like, okay, let me take mine, and Mayweather was just dodging and docking.
Yeah.
Yo, like I think at that point, Pacquiao's like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Right.
Because I'm being aggressive and I'm hitting air. Like I'm not even getting arm and blocks right now. I'm hitting nothing but air.
And you could see the frustration.
You can
on
see the
his face.
frustration already. So to me, that's at that point, that's when Pacquiao went to plan B. Like, damn, I'm in nothing but air. I can't even crowd this guy.
That's
Yeah,
the
man.
thing, like, why Pacquiao, you can see he's frustrated.
Right.
And why you still think you won a fight when you was pretty much frustrated and, like you said, Ralph, coming up with plans B, C, and D the whole fight.
But I think because like he felt like Mayweather was running the entire time.
But
I mean, he was running and holding him.
And then
He
when
did hold him a lot.
Pacquiao's a guy-
He held him a lot with
when he got him in the corner.
Yeah, the headlock.
He's a guy that likes to get inside, and when Pacquiao can get inside, he's very effective. But you saw what happened. As soon as he got inside, Floyd tied him up. So,
But that's part of Floyd's defense, and that's part of him not getting hit and him playing boxing, and that's just part of boxing. And it's really a byproduct of his technique. When you're coming at me and you kind of lunge, and I'm here, I'm already above you, so naturally, you know what I'm saying?
Stop that. I'm
I'm gonna stop. Like, look, break this up. Let's restart. So.
Kept him in the middle of the ring.
Kept him in the middle of the ring. Pacquiao tried to cut him off. I think you saw Pacquiao's quickness. He was able to actually cut Mayweather off a lot, but he just wasn't able to land with the type of consistency that you need to beat Mayweather. The stat of the night that really got me is how do you expect to beat Mayweather when he's already? Has he ever been out punch in terms of efficiency. I don't think I've ever seen that. Number one.
I think Jose Castillo the first fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he had a better percentage than Mayweather? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Then the second thing is that Mayweather almost doubled the landed punches of Pacquiao.
Yeah.
If Mayweather is doubling the landed punches, there's no way that you're like, it's not even close.
With a lot of the swings that he missed with, yeah, if he would have connected with a couple of those, you know, it probably would have been a different result. But anyway, I think that's it, man. We're done. You know, Mayweather's still undefeated. Pacquiao up to number 6 in the L's, and
at this point he don't got nothing else to prove. I think.
No.
Yeah. So that's it. Just
like
fighting in September.
People wanted him to fight the person that they wanted to fight the most, which was Manny. For the last 5 years, he fought him. He defeated him. I mean,
but I think we're still a little cheated because like I was telling Ken earlier, if this fight happened 5 years ago, we could have gotten 3 fights instead of 1. We could have gotten the original fight and then maybe a second fight, and maybe a third rubber match. But you know, they're not fighting again now.
No, because man, I think if this fight would have happened 5-6 years ago, I think Floyd.
Well, we would have gotten a better fight, don't you think?
I think it would have been a better fight.
No.
I think it would have been a better fight.
Floyd would have. He would have been. He would have got him. He would have probably got him 11 rounds. He would have got him probably 11 rounds to 1. I think if this fight would have happened.
But I agree. I think Mayweather would have won the same amount, if not more rounds. But I think the difference would have been Pacquiao. I think would have been a little bit more aggressive. Right. I think you probably would have seen Mayweather a little bit more uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I thought the same thing with Ricky Hatton. I thought the same thing with Canelo. I thought the same thing all these times.
That's what I think we would have saw if this fight would have happened 6 years ago, was similar to what Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton, that was a good fight.
Yeah, he would have timed him. He would have timed the hell out of Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao, like I said, Pacquiao was just a straight up puncher. You know, 5-6 years ago, he wasn't like a boxer puncher. Yeah. So now he ended up becoming a boxer puncher. But if he was like the all-out war, I'm coming in like this, it'd have been a wrap. He would have demolished him if it was happened years ago, in my opinion.
Overall, man, it was a bit of a letdown for me. I thought that I knew what to expect from Floyd. I was hoping to get Manny in this fight, and I didn't get that. So it would have been great to kind of see the two contrasting fighters fight in the ring. But Floyd, he dominated, and Floyd, like people said earlier, he did what Floyd does, and it made for a pretty lackluster fight after all of the hype. And I do feel like it was 5 years too late. But it's over, it's done, he won, and you know, here we are.
It's not the fight of the century. It didn't live up to the hype, but at the same time, I got pretty much what I expected in Floyd Mayweather. Just him being the counterpuncher he is, being technical as he is. He was going to time Manny pretty much the whole fight, which he did. You know, so it was just another day in the office. It wasn't nothing. I wasn't like, oh my God. I would have been a little happy if Floyd would have ended up clocking him out in the 11th round or something like that, and be like, oh, it's over. Then I'd have been like, cool. But you know, it just didn't live up to the hype. But it was still good to see Floyd. Been following his career since the beginning, so it's good to see him still undefeated and take care of business.
It was a decent fight. It didn't blow me away. But I came into it with, you know, pretty low expectations, to be honest. I didn't expect this, you know, big hoopla as the way it played out in the media and everything. But I thought it was a decent fight. I wish it would have happened earlier. It cements his legacy, and I don't think his legacy can be touched. I mean, hate him or love him, Floyd, he has bought into this villain style of an athlete to where he has people buying tickets to want to see him get knocked out. And so I'm not disappointed. A lot of people are disappointed. I'm not disappointed. It was a decent fight. So, you know, hats off to Floyd. You got to give him his props.
Overall, I think I was a little underwhelmed, mainly from Pacquiao's standpoint. You know, I knew what I was going to get with Floyd. You buy a Floyd Mayweather fight, you know what you're going to get. Defense, counter-punching, and some straight rights that make you go, ooh.
Right.
With Pacquiao, I was expecting a little bit more energy, a little bit more ferocity. I didn't get that, so I think overall it was just a little bit underwhelming. But I got what I expected from Mayweather's camp.
I thought Pacquiao looked confident though.
He looked confident, but like I said, in the first round, I already seen him go into his second and third plan. So it was just, okay, man, like let these hands go. Like, where's this speed? Where's this power? Let these hands go. Make Mayweather feel something. And I think at times he gave us that, but I just think that it needed to be more consistent throughout the fight. But overall, I just think it was underwhelming. But it's a typical Mayweather fight. He controlled it the whole way, and I enjoyed it though. Even though it was underwhelming, I enjoy watching Mayweather. I enjoy his craft. I enjoy his precision, and he never disappoints in that arena. So I enjoyed myself, but I could see how some people, maybe felt that this was a waste of 100. I could see that.
So here we are, the fight's over, man. Thanks for watching. Make sure you catch us every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/DeadEndSports. If you missed the show, you can always catch the archives on the website, iTunes, Stitcher, whatever podcast catcher you use. So that's it, man. We out. Pacquiao Mayweather.
Pacquiao? You mean Mayweather Pacquiao? It's contractually obligated to be there. I'm money team, man. Money team.